Hey there, Chad here. Thanks for joining me. Let's play NewsTower. This is May of 1933, and we are at the Sounding Rocket in New York City. And in the previous episode, I had some confusion because I had somebody named Frances Newton who was showing up at this photography desk right here. There she is. But it said she was a cartographer when I went and looked her up over here. And it turns out, I haven't run into this before, but it now is evident that it is possible. I have two of them. I have Frances Newton here, and she is a cartographer. And then I have Frances Newton here, who is a photographer. That is what happened there. It is what it is. The Frances Newton here is able to go and do some of these stories, it appears. I didn't know that, but that's kind of cool. I think we sent her out on a social story. I might be misremembering that, but that's kind of how I think it went down. And what the interesting thing is she has this ability called Natural Timekeeper, which really helps with, well, keeping time for folks. And let's see, I want to turn that off. I think that'll get rid of the bump out here. I'm not actually sure why it's still, there we go. All right, I wanted to see if I had any others that had that. So far I do not. Annie Griffith is prestigious because she's a celebrity, but I don't have any of the other ones with the stopwatch, so that's fine. We have a lot of stories left over from last week, and I mean, these are all great because they're just going to get worked, and we do want to go ahead and start to work this one now. This one had possible boycott coming, and I didn't want to have my ads get taken away after completing them. Looks like we're safe though, so not a problem there. We'll get that one going. We have 1, 2, 3 stories that are otherwise completely done though, at least. Those will all be old news next week, and actually I guess it's just really the 2. They've already got the label. It might be worth going ahead and cutting those free. I don't know. I'll think on that a little bit. I was thinking I had more. I was thinking it was going to be like 6 stories that were sitting there. It's only 2 or 3, so actually we wouldn't have fully filled another paper. And I kind of wish that wasn't the case. I thought we were a little further along there. What we're going to do though is we're going to move this desk for the workmen. We're going to put it, well, I am going to put it right there. It's just we're going to have to move the food that somebody is currently using. There we go. Will it fit here? It won't because of that. Where's another good spot? We'll put it up here by the coffee. That makes sense, right? Food and coffee right next to each other, and then we'll move him here. And the reason we're doing that is we are dropping in another print module, and we're going to put it right here. And I think, yeah, we can just drop it in line. It's good to go. We now have 5 pages of news. Fantastic. I do want to find him. He's down here. He's probably heading to the elevator to get to the printer that is currently broken. And we're going to help out here a little bit, get some paper in there. Otherwise, going to let that guy do his job. Maybe I need to start hiring more of those guys too. I mean, we're making plenty of money. I probably can stand to hire folks if I really want and need to. And we're going to go ahead now and buy that floor. We have almost twice as much money as we need. Don't need the floor yet, but we'll have it if we make a decision to change some stuff or something like that. And I didn't pay close attention here. Employee is stuck in the toilets. Yeah, there was a backlog there, it looked like, and one of them's dirty, so I think that was a piece of the problem, but we'll get there. Okay, lots of stories working. This one will require Frances Newton at the end, it looks like, but let's go ahead and drop Chris on that. Get him going. We do have ads. There we go. That'll get started. And then I also saw this. I don't remember what else. Did we get something? I guess the soap bottle. Okay. Well, it'll help here. We'll put that there. And the soap bar rack. I think we probably had one of those stashed actually. That's okay. We can spare the $30. We're in good shape there. All right. We're going to move along. sometimes just letting the tower work a bit. I get fascinated watching this. As a computer programmer who has done video games, I'm floored at how simple this artwork is in so many ways, and yet it is so fantastic. It just all flows and works together. And when I was working on video games, these two fans probably would have toggled. It would have looked blocky, is I guess what I'm getting at. It would not have flowed nearly this well. We have come so far, and that is a fantastic thing. And it is part of the reason that I'm still in this hobby. There we go. Let's see. Okay, so this is the ad. She'll be ready to do that. And you know, we've talked about this. I always forget to have her do the next ad. So I'm going to try to remember. Try hard this time. No idea if I'll remember or not, though. It's a lot easier when you start with an ad that has a second part that is different than the salesperson, because when they finish and pass it to the next person, you can reassign them right away. And that's great. Uh-oh, coffee machine's broken. Man, he's going to have to be busy. Where is he? He's on the elevator trying to get there. All right, there he goes. Good. Okay, folks, I'm hoping the video continued there. I had a full lock up there for a good 15 seconds. I thought it had locked up entirely. Sound went dead. Everything just completely stopped, and then I was staring at the sky. So I don't know what we're going to see here in post-production. I will be editing a piece of that out, and if it's seamless, you'll never even hear this part, but if you do, it means I couldn't make it seamless, and I wanted you to know something weird happened. With that said, I don't think I've had any crashes with this game. Not in this run-through, and probably not in a year. Maybe when I was doing the demo, I might have had one or two, but I felt like it was something I did that was dumb, more so than bad coding or anything. So this one's been really solid. I'm not all that concerned, and if I'm being honest, I am having some computer problems. My USB ports keep dropping on me, and I don't know why that's happening. I've done a couple of things to try to address it. It doesn't seem to care. I have a feeling it has to do with my mouse, but reasons, and none of them are important. Of course, now I've been talking this whole time, and I have not been assigning stories like I need to. So that is really going to be an impact later, I think. Let's see. I really don't like the bribe ones. And then this one, we could have a fine, and we could have outrage. JP Morgan Jr. testifies before the U.S. Senate. What do we gain here? We get an exclusive. Is that something we need? We don't need an exclusive right now. This will hang around for 9 days. I don't know. We could start it. We do have... We'll get Lois started on it. We'll make decisions after that starts moving along. All right, moving forward. Okay, time for Ella Watson, our cartographer. And now I'm more confused than before. So I wonder if I have one of them as a reporter, those Francis Newtons. I should change the name, first of all. I hadn't thought to do that. I should change the name. That'll help some. Cartographer is otherwise engaged. I mean, we get a good solid tag there. It is early in the week. I think we're going to wait. I think we'll wait a little bit longer. You know, they've got a full day though. Decisions. This is where the game makes some interesting. You get to make interesting decisions in this game. I'm going to wait. We're gonna hold out. That's the one I was just looking at. Yeah, we're gonna hold out. See what comes of it. Full day later. Maybe we'll have some luck. Still not quite there. The good news is the cartographer doesn't have to go anywhere, right? They drop their work off and they're ready to do their next assignment now. I keep clicking on the same one. Needs a cartographer. Might skip that one then. That's going to back us up to probably Friday to get those done. So we're going to move along. We're going to assign somebody down here. Put Chris Sherman on that. We'll skip this one. And we're good to go there. Ads. I almost forgot. But we're coming back to it now. There we go. Need to remember in a day to do another one. This should be the cartographer one. Yeah. Oh, well, that's a split. We do want the cartographer on that one. It's a better tag. And probably ready by now. There she is. On it. I think I'm going to be happy I didn't delete those other stories. We have another breaking news late in the week. Okay, this is in Chicago. All entertainment. Well, this is what we were talking about. Francis will speed these folks up. So Francis is one of our reporters. This Francis is definitely a reporter. That's becoming more obvious to me. But we can get this one done in 6 hours, and we can get this one done in 6 hours. Look at that. We're going to be cooking. I almost want to flip them. I think I will. Let's see if we can do that. So now that went up to 13 hours. Put Francis on this one. She'll get it done in 18. Lucille will get this done in 9. So yeah, less than a day. That's awesome. Good to go. We will have that one done. I feel like our pneumatic tubes are working really well, though we really only have the one from here up to assembly, up to typesetting, I guess. So is he waiting for a tube or the elevator? I guess he's waiting for the elevator. More stuff in Chicago. This time, John Dillinger is paroled. I can see why that would have been newsworthy. Look at that. We just need evidence. Man, that would have been a great tag to get here. Doubt that's going to happen. I don't know that I've seen one of those this playthrough. Not that I pay really super close attention. They all kind of come and go, right? Okay, so this is a lock and key. It'll have a silver tag down here. This will work. We'll assign Charlotte. Once she's done, it'll unlock this. We might get to this one. How are we looking over here? Just waiting. There we go. That one's done. And there it is. Okay. Outstanding. And then on the Dillinger case, well, we're going to just get it done. We'll put Chris on it. Should be enough time for that to get... He helped the poor. Is that what that said? Maybe true. Lois. Be more than a day. I think we'll put Lois on it. This might be a story we save for next week. Yeah, we're not going to get it done. It's... Oh, no, I'm sorry. We do have... Can we swap them? 22 hours? We might get this one in. We'll see. More stories. Politics out in California. Oh, look at that. Not going to get it in, but that would have been great. Gotten it just a little earlier. 11 hours. Doubt it's going to happen. The cameraman will, the photographer will take too long. But we'll have it for next time. We'll clear out Long Beach. And we'll be happy about that. Camera people. Annie, 1 day, 3 hours. I don't think that gives us enough time. Oh, and 2 lawsuits. I didn't even pay attention to that. Well, I would have taken it anyway. It was worth the risk. That one we're going to wait on. Going to wait on that one. Here come those lawsuits. Yay. We'll haul those up so the lawyer can get busy right away. Yeah, get out of here. And number 1, all the way to the top. And then number 2. Okay. I'm sure he appreciates that. Well, we are fast approaching Sunday. Another story coming in. Another crime story. Simple one. Yeah, why not? Gives Chris some experience here. And there's the bell. Looking forward to seeing how many pages we end up with. I don't know that we're going to fill it up, but we could be close. Could be close. Here's a story coming in. Politics in California. Go figure that. And that's close enough. Let's get printing. Okay. Sort everything out. Uh-oh, we have sloppy production here. Do we have any gold? I don't see any gold. We do have a ton of stories, though. I think maybe we'll go with the hot topic on page 1. Oh, well, you know what, though? That might not be the best idea. Let's back that out. We have a couple of these with 2 silvers, and we really want to maximize those on the first tab where we can. All right. That looks right. So we have a couple of these. That's what I was noticing. So I think we're going to go with this one here. We have Society, Econ, Society and Heartbreak. There we go. 134,000 paid papers. Another double silver. This one with crime and investigation and cartography. So the cartography is a match for some things. Do we have crime? I know we've got crime stories. There we go. Go with that. And then let's go with the hot topic next. That's old news. This is not old news. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 9 more stories and 2 more pages to print them on. Although this one's old news, this has got a bad label. This is old news. Might skip those, honestly. Yeah, I think I will. I'm going to drop this one here. That'll give us 4 influence points, not just the 2. We'll drop an ad on there, but it's got a match. Bad, bad. Another ad. Another match. Final page. What do we want to do here? We have a couple of ads. So I'm going to skip this one, this one, this one. That leaves me 3. Works out perfectly, right? We'll put the $3,000 dollar one times 2 there. We did print a lot of ads this month. Here we go, but our paper is full, 257,000. Not a record, but not a bad haul. Let's go. And we know we didn't close the one neighborhood out because there was that, what was it, in evidence, the evidence tag we didn't match. But we had a good run there. 14 influence, good. Gives us something to aim for there. They seem to know what's going on in the world. Economy is the method by which we prepare today to afford the improvements of tomorrow. Okay. 14, I don't see anything outstanding there otherwise, but we did get a couple of matches on each of those. Good. I knew we were aiming for those. I kind of forgot to pay close attention, but we got them. We nailed them actually, so that's good. And we didn't get that story in. And we have some evidence that's sitting out there. We'll see what happens there. I think we can otherwise go. That moved us way over, didn't it? Okay. Wow, 6 ads potentially. Sounds good. And finally, yep, still at 43,000. That is fantastic. I do want to see what the next floor costs. I know we have a completely empty floor right now, but I just like to kind of be prepared for what that might need to look like. I think we're going to stick with this one, but we did unlock Radio Europe, and that gives us another telegrapher. That'll be great. We will grab that. We could grab it right this second. I think I might hold off. I might want to see if there's anything else I need to grab over here first. But let's stick with this one because we could close it out this time. So that looks good. And then what do we have here? The mayor still wants a mayor story. We did not see one at all last week. Would like to point out we went through 15 plus we ditched 3, 18. We've gone through a lot of stories without getting a mayor tag. I may not be turning them over fast enough, but we turned over a lot of stories. Mob still probably wants 3 propaganda. Oh, they want photographs, and they'll pay us for them. That one might not be a bad one to grab. And these ladies want maps for 2,000. Well, out of those, I'm going to go with the mobster one because I think we will see some photographs. I think we have one pending, so that will be helpful. We've got everything lined up there, so that gets it done for us. Thank you for your time this time, and until next time, fair travels.